Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tony Suvega. Today is Tuesday, December 13, 2022, and it is the day of the rat. Best colors to use: red, light and dark or heavy shades of red. Do-it-yourself white and black Feng Shui. Rat element is yang, male, water, kan, rat. And its position, direction is north 1, north 2, north 3. For this year of the water tiger, that year ending 2 is that of the blue rat. Other directions and orientations best for the rat is east 1, east 2, east 3, southwest 1, mid-southwest 2. For other orientations and directions not mentioned here, rat form water can male may create conflict. For example, if it is placed in the west, this may corrode the metal form, and there is destruction. While if we place water in the place of the south, fire may be evaporated, or that water form may be evaporated by water, by the sun, by the heat. How about if we place this water form in the northeast? There will be mountain conflict with the water, and that would mean that there will be soil erosion. So our world is made out of balance, the balance of the light and the heavy, the balance of the light and the dark, the balance of the cold and the hot, the brilliant and the dull. It is always that seems like a pole in between of the good and bad, separating the good, separating the bad. So there seems like that mystical division where water play its vital role to all human beings and to all creatures of this earth around the world of Urantia. But of course, in other dimension or realm, there may be another story about it. But while we are on earth, here on earth, water is formless. Water is placed in a container, then it takes its form, whether it's cylindrical or rectangular or another form like rhombus or parallelogram. In the idea of the magic, water is the best form to use to dispel and to create such kind of form which had never been and will never be. But water takes the lead. In the idea that human brains is made of water. And how is it that the brain is so contained in the skull and the skin? And why is it that the water that is contained within the brain, inside the brain, is not being pushed out or being placed somewhere? Like, for example, all organs and organic system of our human body, or of all creatures that we know about, water plays a vital role in all of the functions being processed by a system of an organ, or let me say the water itself take another form, like mucus, the urine, the perspiration, the blood, saliva, and there are so many others to mention. And when water is drained from the human body, the water is gone. What is left is the skull, or the skeletal system of a body. But nevertheless, that skull will also be eroded, and that form of the skull, or the form of the skeletons, also begun in that process. That is why we have that process called oxidation, wherein water is transformed into vapor and all is gone. And when we study deeply how water is formed from the earth, from the vapor, and then transmits itself into the clouds, and the clouds being precipitated becomes the rain, and the rain becomes part of the river or a swamp, and sooner or later it becomes a part of the sea or of the ocean. So there is what we call assimilation or osmosis. In the process of osmosis, whether you like it or not, water can be pierced through, go through any kind of substance. Otherwise, it may create conflict with the other substance. For example, when we think of water being placed in a leather, that leather will soon be tattered or destroyed or worn out, and the leather is gone because of the process of oxidation. We eat every day. We consume water every day. We urine, we urinate, we perspire, we have mucus. But there and then, the water is still there. The water itself is magic. So much so, we are left with a possible question. Why is water that important in our life? Why most part of our body are placed in the two elements, the oxygen and the hydrogen. And there is a process the process of which we knew about, that you need two of each to balance one of O or oxygen. But sometimes we owe it to the Creator. He is the one who knew about this.